join me on the porch of this new property that we're renovating. It's a 1920s Craftsman. I absolutely love this property, but it is in really rough shape. So this video, I just wanted to show you what we've done so far by way of cleanup and some of the projects that we've got lined up, because we're going to make this into a little bit of a mini-series. Let's check it out. Okay, the property is on a main road, but I grew up in exactly the same kind of situation as this, so it really doesn't bother me. This was all overgrown, so I've mowed that back. Same story here, same story here. Obviously you can see there's a big pile of brush there from the cleanup that we've been working on. There was a dead rhododendron here that was pretty high, so I've trimmed that back. This creeping vine, we do like it. It kind of goes up this trellis here, but it was all over, so we've hacked that back just a little bit too. This grass verge here really isn't grass, more like weeds, but we've hacked all that back. The AC unit was completely covered in weeds, so I hacked that back and cleared some of this mulch from around it to give it some space to breathe. We did have a couple limbs from the maple tree that had fallen down, so we've brought that back here, cut it all up. We've got trash cans just full of debris from back here. This, it may not look like it now, it actually looks pretty nice, but it was, 5 foot tall with weeds, really, really bad. So again, hacked that back, mowed it. You can still see remnants of where the weeds were, but there's nothing that high anymore. I spent quite a bit of time this morning just using this magnet wand tool just to pick up a bunch of screws and rusty nails and things that were just in this vicinity here. This was a deck covered this area here, so they haven't picked anything up for a long time. So yeah, there was a lot. There was probably hundreds. There was something that resembled bamboo here, just really, really tall, probably 10 feet tall, the tallest ones. So hacked all that back. There were some window AC units for some reason in the property, even though we've got central AC, so we've taken them out and we're going to sell them. So if you want a window AC unit, let me know. Okay, I'm going to wander back around because I haven't unlocked the back door, so I'll just cut this really quick. Alright, coming up the steps. We've got this pretty old screen door that I've started unscrewing, and we're going to get rid of it. It's missing a pane of glass here, so there's no point having it. Plus we have this beautiful front door, really thick, really solid. So we're going to fix up the hardware here, secure all that, and put a new deadbolt in because I don't trust these old locks. But that's going to look great when it's done. So you come in, you go to the left, you've got this really, really cool built-in here. This woodwork is one of the things that attracted us to the property. 1920, so this is, 103 years old? Still completely smooth opening and closing, so that's pretty impressive. The floors are a little rough, as you'd expect for such an old property. I did have a guy in to quote on refinishing them. They are beyond being able to refinish, they're too thin. So we're just gonna see how far we get with these, and when they need doing, we're probably gonna replace them with regular hardwood. Looks like we've got the original tiles here. Some of them are busted up, so we're gonna have a job sourcing those, but we are gonna try and source some or replace all of them with a similar sort of terracotta style there. But this room is in pretty good shape, this long continuous dining living room. So we're just going to really paint this, and that's really it. So you've got the bedroom wing and the bathroom wing of the property. Again, you can see these floors really rough, really pitted. So the lights don't work. Well, they kind of work, but that's as bright as they get. A little bit of damage there. I'm wondering if that will clean out. So, here's where the fun starts. We actually don't have a window here, just the storm guard there. We've got 3 windows there, A nice big closet. So not a huge amount of stuff needs doing to this room. This is going to be my office, mine and Renee's office. So really not a huge amount needs doing to it. Does need some paint, obviously. You know, that's all flaking. Okay, bathroom. One of the things we did love about this house when we were buying it was the clawfoot tub. Never had one of these, so we're going to see what it's like to live with. Interestingly, the only new window in this entire house is in here, so I'm wondering what the story is there. Tons of built-ins, really big built-in there, and a medicine cabinet, and I just love everything is so thick and so solid in this house. Unfortunately, everything leaks. The tub leaks somewhere up here, haven't quite figured it out, but we left it on just before, just to run the water in this place, and this whole floor was just flooded. The toilet, the supply line doesn't leak, that's one of the only ones in the house that doesn't, but it does flush directly into the basement, so that's fun. The cold doesn't leak, the hot does. And it's the same story throughout the house. Okay, into this. This will be our bedroom. It was towards the back side of the property, which we liked because we don't want to have to worry about any traffic noise, or we're trying to minimize the traffic noise. Nice room. We're going to paint this. We're just going to paint it. We don't like the looks of it too much. Again, 3 nice big windows, so tons of light, especially for an older home. And we've got built-ins, which are fantastic. I mean, the room's not huge. We might struggle to fit a dresser in here, but we don't need it, so that's great. And we have a closet there as well. So in here, cosmetic. In that one, cosmetic. In the living and dining room, cosmetic. But you're about to see the kitchen. That is far from cosmetic. So you'll notice we've got this ram board down already, this protective cardboard. There was some asbestos linoleum under there. I don't want to have to deal with it, so I'm going to cover it up for now, and then when it comes time to lay some proper flooring, we'll cover it up for good. So this kitchen is rough. So yeah, this is the linoleum here. It wasn't damaged here, so we've just left it exposed, but where it was damaged, we've covered it up as best we can. So we did get a new refrigerator delivered. This was the only appliance that was here. So, plan in here, down to the stud remodel. There's nothing really here worth salvaging. We do like that it's got a nice big window out to there. And it's got, you know, a dining nook is fine, but we've got a whole dining room there. So the plan is to eliminate this wall here, and then eliminate the half wall in between. So we'll have this nice big rectangular kitchen, which will be a large kitchen for this aged home. This would be pretty unusual. So that's the plan. We'll have cabinets running all the way along here. We're going to move the range and put it here. This range isn't vented anyway, so the easiest way to vent this range is going to be just to punch directly outside through the wall, and we can do that better when this is here. So we'll have sink, range, and then refrigerator will slide over. So we will have that triangle that people refer to, and it will be pretty functional as a kitchen. Okay, let's look. And I did want to tell you more leaks that we've discovered. Under here, this has been dripping for who knows how long, but that wood around it is just so soft. You know, part of this remodel, when we rip this out, we may need to replace some of the subfloor, but I'm prepared for it. So that's something at least. Okay, let's check out the basement, because this is where I believe there's some really good opportunity in this property. So nice gradual stairs, they're not very steep at all. The wet on the floor, that can be explained because we had the sewers cleared out today, and I've got some pictures to show you of the size of the root balls that came out of there, because it's just incredible, absolutely huge. Okay, I remember I told you the toilet just flushes into the basement. They knew about it. They knew about it, and it's just been going into there for however many years. So I bought some materials to replace that, and I'll be doing that shortly after this video. Okay, so this is going to remain some kind of storage. I'm going to bring some more shelving and just put it along here. Should be some nice storage and some tool space. Big old original cast iron sink. Leaks like a sieve. I am going to get the underside of it replaced so that that's a little bit less leaky. But yeah, I love this thing. I'm going to take off this gross paneling. I just don't see the need for that. It did come with a new furnace. The water tank isn't too old, it's 2014. It's got a water softener, a relatively new panel with a 200 amp service, a new AC unit, a new roof. So we were pretty impressed with the mechanics of the house when we got it. That was actually one of the things that appealed to us, is we don't need to spend money on those big ticket items that don't increase the value of the home. This is where there's opportunity in this house. We do have popcorn ceilings, almost guaranteed that they are going to be asbestos, so I'll have them professionally taken care of. But this room is huge. The plan is to make this into a really big, really nice master bedroom down here. We will have a bathroom maybe in this corner here at some point. We haven't quite figured that out because the plumbing might require a sump pump, so it might be something that gets a little expensive, but I think it'll be worth it. Okay, let's go upstairs, check out there is an attic space here as well, there's some opportunity too. So this property currently is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, but it's over 2,100 square foot, so there's a huge amount of opportunity there. Just doing what I described, finishing that out, should create a 3-bedroom, 2-bath situation, and then we have the attic space to think about. Not insulated up here, unbelievably hot, and not very good in terms of ceiling height. So we might need to think about doing a dormer over this side at some point. There is already a dormer here, so maybe we can just extend on this. At the minute, we're just going to use this for storage. It's pretty low in here too, so we need to think about raising the ceiling height somehow, but it's doable. Everything's doable. So that's the project. In terms of order of priority, we are gonna redo the cosmetics first. We're gonna do the living dining room, then we're gonna do the bedrooms, then we're gonna look at the bathroom. That should make the house just really livable, really nice, really comfortable for us too. Then we're gonna do the kitchen, and then we're gonna think about when this whole floor's done, it will feel like just a really big apartment. We'll be really comfortable here. Then we can think about expanding the property as well. Oh, I want to show you this just before I leave you. We don't have a back door. All we have is a screen door covered in really thick polystyrene. Presumably, there's some kind of insulation, but a little odd. So I've got this back door on order. Also getting the knob and tube replaced. Just before we move in, we're going to get all the old knob and tube ripped out. We still have some, if you ever have outlets in your baseboards, probably knob and tube, and all the lights are still knob and tube. But let me know what you think about this project. This project really excites us. We got it for a good price. We're in one of the best parts of Spokane here. We are really excited to get this one rolling and show you what we come up with. Join me for the next one. Thank you for watching.